Welcome to this edition of City Connector right here on City TV. I'm your host, Lee Brogden Culberson, ProfessionalMojo.com, and it is always my pleasure to host this show because we have so much going on. It is fall here in Douglasville, Douglas County in West Georgia, and as always, there's wonderful things almost every single day of the week, and we're going to learn about all of that today, plus a whole lot more. So stay tuned, grab your cup of coffee, don't change the channel or touch your mouse if you're watching it online, and we will be right back. Welcome back to the show. Our first guest is Lisa Cooper. She is a local author and has a new book out about Douglasville history. It's part of the Images of America series. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So, you've been writing for a while. I have been a tiny bit of a creeper on your work, all out and online and in print. So first, tell us a little bit about what got you started with history, because almost all of your articles have a little bit of a historical focus. What started all of this?
History is primarily my focus, history and history education. I was a teacher for a few years out in at Villa Rica Elementary, and began a classroom blog called History is Elementary.
Okay.
And from there, that was in 2006, from there I just started writing and got a little notice, and the opportunity came through in 2010 for me to write about Douglas County history, and I jumped at it.
And you've had articles, I've seen it out on Patch,
yes,
and the Sentinel, Chapel Hill News and Views, all of our local publications around here.
Right.
So how do you come up with something to write about? What says to you, oh, this is an interesting moment in history? I think I'll talk about that.
Well, currently I have about 90 pages of notes open on a Word document at home, and I just kind of scroll through and see what raises its hand wanting to be told that week. A lot of the threads of history that I'm researching, I don't have the whole story yet, and I'm just waiting for that little nugget of fact to fall into my lap. And sometimes it's the strangest thing. I'll be somewhere and I'll overhear someone saying something, and I go, wait, I know about that, tell me what you know. And that's how a column is born.
I love that. So it has a life of its own.
Yes, it does.
That is fabulous. And much of that then comes to you orally, like you said, or do you go and interview people? I know there's a lot of research involved.
Yes. I've interviewed a lot of people. There are still so many that I need to interview that's on my list, and 24 hours in a day. I can't.
It's not 36 hours for you?
I can't do it fast enough.
Yeah.
I want to be faster, and I can't do it fast enough. And of course, every week I have a column deadline in the Sentinel, so I'm always having to come up with making sure that I have that column, and it just eats into my time. But I interview people, I look up things online, I go to the archives, just any way I can.
So how did this book, and I'm going to hold it up here so our viewers can see it, Images of America, Douglasville, how did this book come about? Who contacted you, and how did this follow for you?
Arcadia Publishing, the publisher of this book, contacted me. They found a blog article that I had written. They'd been looking for someone to do the Douglasville book, and I still had to do a book proposal. I had to pitch it, about 10 pages of forms, and it's just been a roller coaster ride ever since.
Well, it really is well done. It's just beautiful,
Thank you.
It's full of all sorts of interesting information. So let's talk about what really is in the book,
okay,
and how you decided what to put in, because I'm sure there was an editing process and a lot
yes,
you had to leave out too.
Yes, yes. Part of the problem was the images. I had to make sure that I came up with at least 200, but no more than 240 images. I ended up with a firm 200 in the book. I was happy with that. The county opened up their archives. Mayor Persons was so generous in opening up the city archives. I pretty much had free reign to go in and see what I could find out. Many private collectors around the county. The paper was great to put the word out that I was looking for images. 26 of the pictures in this book come from Howard Dickinson, who is a private collector in the county, and just went from there, though. The editing was hard. There were some images that were too small.
Right.
We couldn't find the original, so I couldn't rescan some of them, and we had to cut them. It was heartbreaking, but I was able to replace a lot of them, and this is the finished product, and I'm very proud of it.
It really is fascinating. So does it start at the very beginning? What time period is a book cover?
The book covers basically 1870 through the 1950s. There's a couple of images that end up in the 60s and 70s, but for the most part, it's through the 50s. It is in chronological order for the most part. It's divided into sections, early history of the town, and then it goes into schools, churches. Then it hits the cotton mill. I go through the whole history of the cotton mill. The railroad, how important the railroad was to town, because that's what made Douglasville, was the railroad and the cotton mill.
See, I love that. I mean, for people who didn't grow up here, I think it's so important to know about the history of your area, especially, you know, if you're raising kids here, if you have businesses here, very, very important. Now, besides the editing and trying to decide what went in and what left, what was the hardest thing? How disciplined did you have to be? I've always wondered that about an author. I've always wanted to ask that question. How disciplined did you have to be, Lisa Cooper, to get this book done on time?
Well, I learned something. I had been blogging and writing online since 2006, pretty much with whatever I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, on my schedule. I had a deadline with this. I had to get it done. It was monumental. 3 or 4 times I thought, what in the heck am I doing? For 2 months, last October and November, I wrote the book, I worked on the edit, I emailed back and forth with Arcadia, which pictures could go in, which couldn't, trying to keep everything organized. It was a monumental overtaking, but once I was done, I was so pleased.
I bet. It really
I can't wait
fabulous.
to do another one. I want to do a Douglas County book.
Oh.
From this same publisher. And that way we can get the whole county involved.
That would be great. That'd be great. Now tell me a little bit about how people can find out more about what you're doing. I've seen you in a couple places. Again, kind of creeping along. I'm beginning to worry about myself. And there's Lisa, that table, autographing books over there. So you do that, of course.
Yes.
You have some things coming up where someone can take a book and get autographed?
Not presently. I hope to in the future. The best way for people to find out what I'm doing and where I might be speaking, because I do speaking engagements, is my Facebook page called Every Now and Then.
Cute.
That's all they have to search for online on Facebook. Find me at Every Now and Then, and I put up old pictures of Douglas County every night at 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. During the day, I'll post links to other things. The people of Douglas County actually help me with the research. I'll put up a picture and say, what is this? Tell me about it.
I love that.
And I try to involve as many people as I can.
That is fabulous. Now, where can they purchase the book?
The book can be purchased all over. It can be purchased on Amazon or any of the other big book retailers that are online. All of the Walgreens in Douglas County carry the book now. Studio 22 Antiques, the Cultural Arts Center, the Douglasville Welcome Center right downtown at O'Neill Plaza, the Old Courthouse Museum.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I'm so proud for you. You have to be so excited
Everyone's
about that.
been very generous working with Arcadia to get it in retail outlets, and I'm just very happy about that.
And I'm so thrilled that you chose to take on the task of telling the story of Douglasville, because it's an interesting one.
It's an amazing story. I had lived here for about 28 years before I really looked into the history of the area. I'm ashamed to say I was busy doing other things.
It happens.
And I was just amazed. The history of the county as well as the history of Douglasville itself. Douglasville is what's considered to be a New South town because it was birthed during Reconstruction. Very few towns get to brag about that. It's like a little laboratory of what was going on in the New South during Reconstruction, and that's fascinating to me.
Just so interesting. All right, now as we wrap up, here's my last question for you.
Okay.
I know that when you were digging through all of this, you had to find something that possibly stood out as surprising. Oh, I didn't know that. That it was kind of surprising or shocking. What was that one thing?
The one thing that I found out through all of this is I kept seeing pictures, old pictures of Church Street. There were houses on Church Street. That amazed me because there are no houses along Church Street today. And so I kept seeing glimmers of those houses, not full-on images, but just hints of the houses. And then I went to Fannie Mae Davis's book, who she did an excellent job of doing the county history, and is one of my mentors and resources that I hit all the time. And she talked about all the homes along Church Street and detailed some of them, so that I was able to use that to caption some of the pictures in this book and be able to bring up the history of some of those homes that we lost. I'm still looking for more pictures of those homes. So anybody that's out there that has pictures of these homes that used to be on Church Street, I would love to see them.
So we hear it first right here. Maybe not first, but to hear it right here anyway.
Yes.
All right. Well, Lisa Cooper, author of the Images of America series on Douglasville. Thank you so much again for taking on the project, for being here. Go out and see you on Facebook.
Yes.
Check it out in any bookstore, Walgreens, Amazon, everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, go online, check her calendar, see where she's going to be, get an autograph. And speaking of calendars, coming up right now is more from the Interactive Community Calendar, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to this month's Community Calendar, the Interactive Community Calendar with Sarah Ray from the Chamber. We're live at Arbor Place Mall, and with us this month we have a stand-in. Can you believe this? Who do we have with us today?
This is Larry DeBose, and he's from Beyond the Front Porch, standing in for Miss Lipford, who is otherwise engaged today.
Right. Larry, welcome to the Interactive Community Calendar. For Beyond the Front Porch, tell us what you have going on.
Well, thank you, first of all, for allowing us to be here. We came here to, of course, let you all know about Beyond the Front Porch, and our next upcoming event will be October 11th. We will be at the Fern Bank Museum, and registration is still open. We still have a few seats available for those of you who want to join us. Go to beyondthefrontporch.org for more information. And our next event will be November 8th, and we'll be going to the Boot Western Museum, and that is such a phenomenal place to be. And so I will advise and encourage you all to get out there and sign up, because that is a high demand trip. So please check out for more information and registration at beyondthefrontporch.org. And you know, our upcoming calendar for 2015 will be there as well.
Very cool. And I know also, just in speaking with Cassia, that Beyond the Front Porch not also wants people to attend the field trips, but they look for sponsors for the field trips too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're open to sponsors. Right now we have a few awesome, great local sponsors, people such as Subway, Kroger's, Publix. I don't want to give shots out to too many people, but our newest and proud sponsor, person that we're the most proud of is Google.
Awesome.
You know, everyone uses Google, including me. I use Google for my directions to get here today. So they're on board with sponsoring us as well. So if you would like to sponsor, please check us out at beyondthefrontporch.org. We are accepting sponsors as well as new students to come and join and expand their education outside of the school.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
And so you guys on your field trip, y'all meet with a chartered bus right out here by Rooms to Go at Arbor Place Mall. Head out on great and wonderful locations with lots of educational value.
Exactly. So you can just come out here. We encourage families to come. You know, bring it. We always, every trip we have several different families come complete, mother, father, kids. And so it's a great opportunity to relax, let us do some of the driving, and just park your car right here, Rooms to Go, and get out and just enjoy a day trip with us and learn a lot. You know, there's nothing better than memories that you can build with your family, you can make with your family. So.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming out today.
Thank
We look forward to seeing you or Miss Cassia next month.
That's right. Let her know we missed her this month.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Now it's my turn.
Right. Your turn. All right. Coming up, this
John
is
Sell.
a familiar man here.
We don't know who he
Nice,
is.
handsome man between us. I like
John
this.
Sell.
Hey, Sarah Ray. How are you?
And which badge do you have on today?
I've got the Boys and Girls Club of Douglas County right on at this time. We might have a little sleight of hand,
Wardrobe
sleight of badge
change
for later. So, but we'll start with Boys and Girls
As long
Club.
as it's off camera, okay?
There we go. Boys and Girls Club, this year we're going to have a Be Great fundraising breakfast. It'll be tentatively scheduled for November the 12th at the Center for Arbor Connections. It's a way that we're going to raise funds to support all the great programs that we do at the Boys and Girls Club, including our college-bound programs, our healthy eating, and also our Youth of the Year program. And we have a young man named Farrell Drain that is the Youth of the Year for Douglas County. He will be competing against 25 other Youth of the Year from the other Metro Atlanta counties or clubs on November the 6th in a huge gala in one of the big hotels downtown Atlanta. So we're very excited about him. He is actually following Nubia Livermore, who is the Youth of the Year for Metro Atlanta from our club. So we're hoping that we get a repeat winner, but we don't want to put too much pressure on Farrell, but he's a great young man, participates in a lot of our programs. So we need the community to come out and support November the 12th. Our board will be out making invites to folks, getting them to come. We're working on a special guest speaker that we don't have confirmed yet, but we'll hopefully make that announcement in the very near future. But November the 12th, 7:30 in the morning, Center for Arbor Connections, and we'll be done by 9 o'clock.
All right.
Sounds good.
Great.
Anything else?
So just
You tell
another
us.
great.
Anything else?
I think Boys and Girls Club is doing a lot of good things. You heard Larry talk about Google. Google has come on board to help us with our computer labs and is going to be doing a program with Georgia Tech to teach our kids about programming and other things for future skills for careers. So we're very proud to have Google as a sponsor at the Boys and Girls Club as well.
Cool.
Great.
Lots of Google of today.
That's right. Happening here.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
John.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
I love how people shake your hand.
I do too.
It's so
just-
sweet.
It's the touch, I guess. I
know.
don't know. Well, Sarah, we have more community calendar coming up later in the show, so we want to get back to our hosts and I guess our scheduled guests
Yes.
and interviews. But if there's a business or a promotional company that's looking to promote an organization looking to promote.
Got it.
Boy, that one didn't happen.
Last Tuesday of the month, Arbor
Here at
Place
Arbor
Mall
Place
at
Mall.
11:30.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
All right, we'll be back with more City Connector.
Welcome back to the program. Now, I know that you had your calendars out and you were marking down all of the great events that we just heard about, and I hope that you do. And right here on City Connector is the place for you to find out everything that's going on. And speaking of that, joining me now is Beverly Kartheiser. She is the president of the Junior League of Douglas County. Beverly, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Now, first, for those who may not know, and there could be one or two out there, tell us a little bit about the Junior League and what it is that you folks do. It's good stuff.
Okay. It is good stuff. We are a group of women that work together to serve the community. We are hoping to impact the future of literacy in Douglas County by focusing most of our efforts on improving literacy. And we also focus on the development of leadership potential in women. And we have a lot of fun while we do it.
Now that's the best part, right? You're
Yes.
doing good, you're having fun, you're empowering women and the community and everyone around you at the same time.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
can argue with that. Not
I
me.
can't.
That's right, not us. Now you have a full slate of really cool things. That's
Yes,
one
we
of the
do.
things I love about this time of year. There's just so much going on. So I'm going to let you just start and we'll chat about each one as we go.
Okay, well, I'll just start up with the first upcoming event, which is next Monday on October 6th at 7 o'clock p.m. It is our normal general meeting, but we will be meeting at the Douglasville Conference Center. We will have a guest, the Honorable Judge Glenda Hatchett, former Chief Presiding Judge of Atlanta's Fulton County Juvenile Court System, and
Hatchett.
host of an Emmy-nominated show will be our guest speaker. And the topic will be Literacy Begins With Me, and she will be speaking to literacy in Douglas County and the importance of it for our children and the youth and the future of the county. This meeting is open to the public. We're very excited. We have lots of room, so come on down, bring a friend, and hear what she has to say.
And for people who might not know the name Judge Hatchett, I bet if I show her photo,
They would know.
they're going to know. You've seen Judge Hatchett on TV.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty cool that she'll be right here talking about
Yes,
this and being a
yes.
part of the project.
We feel very special that she was able to fit us into her busy schedule.
All right, cool. All right, so that's coming up October 6th.
Yes.
What else you got?
Okay, we have the following week our annual political forum. It will be on October 14th at 6:30, again at the Douglasville Conference Center. We have the upcoming candidates coming out. We will have a debate between the DA parties, and it's your opportunity to come, hear their views, ask your questions, and learn more about what's going on in the politics of Douglas County.
And I love that because not only do you work for literacy and other types of things, you're making sure that citizens are informed and they
Yes.
understand the issues, and they're able to meet one-on-one with the candidates who are running for office and ask them their pertinent questions. And this is an opportunity for citizens to do that.
Yes, it is, and it's open to the public. Anyone's welcome, and we're hoping that you'll come out and participate and learn what's going on.
And tell me again where that's located. Where's that going to be?
Douglasville Conference Center
Okay, all right.
at 6:30.
Great. Okay, what's next?
Later that week, it is a busy time for us. On Friday, October 17th, we are a group of women, and we are looking to have more excited members in our league, and we're having a membership social. That will be at the Douglasville Cultural Arts Center. It is open to anyone 23 and older that has a desire to volunteer, wants to get involved with the community, has a passion about reading, and just wants to be involved with a lot of excited women. The event is free. We just ask that we are doing a canned good. I guess we're collecting canned goods. Drive,
Sure.
canned good drive. And bring a friend. You do not have to RSVP, just come on out. And that is from 7 to 9 at the Douglasville Conference Center on October 17th.
Well, let's talk about that recruitment for a
Okay.
second. Okay, so 23 and older,
Yes.
right? Now, do they have to be sponsored by someone, or can they just come because they hear about it, they know you guys are doing great work out there, and they want to be a part?
They can just come because they
Okay.
hear about it, they want to get involved. We do have a little form that we'll ask them to fill out, and we have a class that's held on a Saturday, and that's where they'll learn the ins and outs of being a member of Douglas County Junior League, and we ask that they come to some meetings
Okay.
to see what we do and participate in some of our events so that they get a feel. So they have the course of the whole year to make up their mind before they actually join.
Okay, wonderful. And of course, if they wanted to do a little bit of pre-work, which I would do probably, they can go out and look at a website.
Yes,
I suspect.
absolutely.
And tell us
And
that URL.
That is www.jldouglascounty.org.
Great. So I would suggest they take a look at that and then come out to the October 17th recruitment event. Because
Yes.
more is better, right? The more
Absolutely.
active ladies you have in there, the more you can do good.
Right. We'll have current active members, and also our sustaining members will be present. Women who've been members for a long time but are no longer serving actively but are interested and support what we do. So they can talk to people who've been around for a long time, people who've just joined.
Be in the know. Get the
That's
inside
right.
scoop.
Yes,
That'd be
and you-
me. I'd be like, tell me what you know about this.
Yes, why did you like it?
That's right,
You know,
that's
why
right.
did you stick in it for 25
Yeah.
years? Because we've actually got some members that have been in for over 25 years.
Wow. Well, you know
Yeah.
that they must love it then. I know you develop deep relationships in organizations like this, too.
Yes, we do.
Okay, wonderful. I think this might be a wonderful organization for someone who might be new to the county. I can only imagine how much you'd be able to learn about the county and about the citizens and
And
be
school system. I mean, there's a lot of
Absolutely.
different things. We partner with the library. We partner with a lot of different community settings.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so that's the recruitment event.
Uh-huh.
So far, I'm just going to recap. So far, we have talked about the pre-K week with Judge Hatchett.
That's
right.
Yes.
We have talked about the membership meeting. We have talked about the political debate.
Yes.
What have I missed?
Nothing.
We're good so far?
coming up to the November events.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. What else you got?
Okay, well, we're very excited. In November, we have coming up our 7th annual fashion show, which this year we have named Rock the Runway. And it is on Friday, November the 14th. The doors open at 7 p.m. It will be at the Douglasville Conference Center. This will be hosted by radio and TV personality Mara Davis and is being sponsored by Dillard's. So there'll be some beautiful fashions.
And I love that. I love the name, Rock the Runway. How did you
Yes.
decide, if I could ask, how did you decide on that this year?
We had nominations and voted, and that was just like a big runaway. Everybody loved it.
I love that. So does that mean they're going to be bebopping down the runway to, I don't know, Back in Black by AC/DC or something by Kiss? That's not, no.
I'm not really sure what the music will be, but
I
we're
would
going to
come.
have a DJ there, and there will be an official runway that the ladies will be walking
see, I
down.
love that. So there may
It's
be
going to
some
be
fun
a
stuff.
real fashion show, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to that. I'll
Flashing
be
lights and all.
Ooh, flashing lights and everything.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. Okay, and who's going to be modeling for you? Ladies from the club?
We're actually going to have a modeling call out.
Okay.
So there may be some local ladies, and there will probably be some ladies from the club if they're interested in strutting their stuff that night. And it's going to be pretty exciting. So we're hoping to have fashions from the young to the more mature ladies.
I love that. Now, as president, Beverly, are you going to be strutting down the runway?
I will be on the runway, but I probably won't be strutting. But I am going to wear my very best. This is what we're calling a night for ladies to dress up. Put on their blitz and bling and come out, bring a girlfriend, make it a perfect girls' night out, complete with drinks, hors d'oeuvres, and a fabulous fashion show, and an opportunity to shop, because we're going to have some vendors there. We're going to have fashion vendors on site. We're having a silent auction to help raise funds for our literacy efforts. And this should just be a really good time. So everybody can dress up.
Tickets for that?
Tickets for that are available on the website, again, www.jldouglascounty.org, or call somebody if you know them in Junior League. We all have tickets for sale. And come on out. I think it's going to be a great time. It's a very different venue for us this year, so we're looking to have more and more attend.
I think that sounds fabulous and fun.
It is. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited for you.
How often do we get to dress up in little old Douglasville?
I know.
And for women, how hard is it to get your men to dress up with you? This is a night to get out with the girls where you don't have to worry about making him put on a tie.
I feel your pain about that. I do. I feel honey, those overalls, that doesn't cut it.
You don't have to make him put on a tie. You can just dress up and leave.
I know, and we can still have a little bit of fun.
As a general rule, women like that more than men do.
Absolutely. I would agree. All right. Well, we've covered a lot, but of course, they can find out all of this on the website.
Absolutely.
Which is, yet again,
www.jldouglascounty.org.
Wonderful. And they can also contact anyone who might be a member that they know. I know a lot of members of the Junior League, and they could probably fill them in on all this too.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Any last word coming from you?
Well, if you want to stop by the Chili Cook-Off from the Cultural Arts Center, we'll have a booth there, and you can talk to any of us.
All right, wonderful. Beverly, thank you so much for coming, filling in everyone about all the great stuff going on in the Junior League, and I look forward to the group just continuing to grow and prosper.
We're hoping so, too.
See you
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. My pleasure. All right, we're going to go off and hear some great local talent, so hang tight, and we'll be right back.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere will bring us wireless emergency alerts. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
I'll be waking up to the sunlight on my face. Boy, you know that I'll be okay. You'll be hearing voices in your head, but you won't forget anything I said. I'll be haunting you. You will never sleep. You'll be missing me in every single dream. Where would you be without me, baby? You'll be all alone under the moonlight. And how could you breathe without me, baby? All I know is that you'll miss me when I'm gone. You'll miss me when I'm gone. I'll take all your letters and your credit card. I'll close my eyes. It won't even be hard. You'll have nothing left and you'll off my phone. I'll be haunting you. You will never sleep. You'll be missing me in every single dream. Where would it be without me, baby? You'll be all alone under the moonlight. How could you breathe without me, baby? All I know is that you'll miss me when I'm gone. You'll miss me. Tell me, where would you be without me, baby? You'll be all alone under the moonlight. And how could you breathe without me, baby? All I know is that you'll miss me when I'm gone. You'll miss me when I'm gone.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. I know that you enjoyed that talent, and it was amazing. So be sure and go out and look up Madison Shea online. Now, joining me is one of my favorite guests, I think, pretty much of all time, and that is John Sell of Georgia Power. How are you, John?
I'm very well. How are you today?
I am doing very well. Thank you so much. And I have to tell them that I said I haven't had John on for a while. I think that John needs to come on and talk to us about some cool community event. And by golly, not only are you here to talk about a cool community event, you're here to talk about it from the perspective of, this is my Vanapin, 3 different organizations.
And all 3 organizations are the sponsors for this event. The Douglas County Chamber of Commerce obviously is a major sponsor. The United Way is also a major sponsor of this event because it's geared towards nonprofit organizations. The United Way supports most of the nonprofit organizations within the county. The third sponsor is Georgia Power. Georgia Power is a citizen wherever we serve. We believe in strong communities. We believe that nonprofits play a huge role in the health of a community. So we believe in supporting our nonprofits. I serve on a couple different nonprofit boards to include the United Way. We talked earlier, I was on the United Way board,
right,
or on the Boys and Girls Club board as well. So we're serving in the community. This conference that we're putting on October the 24th is we're bringing in one of the leading speakers in the nation to come talk about organizations, board membership, what it means to be a board member, what are the qualifications, what are the things you should be doing, what do you need to know about to protect yourself, what kinds of insurance do you need, what kind of strategy should you have, what should succession planning look like, how can we make these nonprofit organizations stronger. So Bob Harris is coming. He is an outstanding speaker.
He is.
Matter of fact, he's going to be here the day before to do our chamber board retreat, and we're actually going to go through training the day before as a chamber board, and then we're going to share that with the community the next day.
And I love this because, and I mentioned this earlier as well, I believe this is one of the first conferences of its kind here in the area.
I don't know of another conference where we've pulled together a professional speaker to come and do a presentation on what it means to be a board member of a nonprofit. It's also geared to train the staff, some of your executive directors. What is the executive director's role versus the board chair role? Are you a fundraising organization? Are you a strategic organization? Are you a policy-making organization? Those are all different types of nonprofit boards that we have in this community. And Bob will walk us through and help us determine which ones we are, and then what are those roles and what should they look like, and kind of define the roles between the boards and the staff and the executive directors, and really help to lay out that information, which should make our boards run better. He will also give tips and tools on how to run a better meeting.
I love that.
And all of us have been in meetings that have gone on way too long.
I know a lot of people who need that.
There's several people, and I think everybody could benefit from how do you run a better meeting. So Bob will give us tips on that as well. He's a terrific speaker. I've heard him a couple different times for chamber retreats, and so I think he'll do a great job on this particular event as well.
I think so too, and I've served on a number of boards myself, and it's really interesting, as I know you know, John, when you sit around there and you wonder, well, isn't there more we could be doing, or really, why was that person chosen for the board? I tell the truth, you wonder sometimes, they're on here, but they don't really seem to be maybe sharing all the skills that they have, and it's because they don't know. They're not quite sure what their responsibilities are and how they can make that board be more efficient. That's part of what this guy's going to get to.
That's exactly right, and he's going to talk about succession planning, talk about the roles. In each board you need people with certain strengths.
Right.
You need people that have networks. You need people that do marketing. You need people to be the treasurer. You need people to be the secretary. You need people that will be leaders, and then you need to groom them into those leadership roles. And kind of hopefully some of the information he'll provide at this conference will help people to say, yes, I can do that. I can be a leader. One of the other reasons why it makes sense for the Chamber is the Chamber sponsors Leadership Douglas, one of the premier leadership programs in the county.
It's a great program.
It's an outstanding program. And a lot of the folks that go through Leadership Douglas, a lot of the nonprofits look to those folks to put on their boards. Well, those folks may have never been exposed to a board. They may not know that when I go on the board, I'm going to be asked to give up a certain amount of time, a certain amount of resources. I may be asked to give or get a certain dollar amount. They don't even know, are they insured, are they not insured? Does the organization have insurance? Why would they need that?
Are there liability issues for me? I hear that a lot.
Yeah, am I putting myself at risk by going on this board?
Right.
So Bob's going to cover a lot of that information. Hopefully we'll get some folks that are potentially looking at going on, serving on boards. I know that a couple of the different nonprofit organizations are bringing their whole board for training, and they're going to use that as their retreat for the year. It'll help them with their strategy, help them to figure out who their leadership is going forward, and just really help the organizations to run better.
Now, this is October 24th. We've talked about that. There is a cost for chamber members of $30, non-members $50. But let's talk about who should attend. Does one need to be serving on a board now in order to attend this? If I wanted to potentially reach out and be a member of a board, talk to nonprofits, would this still be good for me?
It would absolutely be good for you, because you're going to get the training up front. And not only that, a lot of the nonprofits are going to be represented. If you're showing up looking to serve on a nonprofit board and getting the training, I am sure that several of the nonprofits will approach you and find out if you're a fit for their organization. If you're on a board, I highly encourage you to do it. If you're the leadership for a board, it's almost mandatory that you be here. But I know that several leaders throughout the county are going to be there. $30 is a nominal fee. We're going to serve you breakfast and lunch. You're going to hear, like I said, one of the foremost experts. Bob Harris is the CEO of the Nonprofit Center. This is what he does. And he does it for major organizations. He does it for nonprofits. He does it for churches. He does it for chambers.
He's good. I've seen him.
He is outstanding. So it's really a great opportunity for the Chamber, the United Way, and Georgia Power to give back to the community by offering a speaker of this caliber for our nonprofit organizations.
I just think it's an amazing thing, and I really appreciate the Chamber and Georgia Power United Way for sponsoring this level and magnitude of a conference here. Again, it's October 24th, 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., the Center at Arbor Connection. Now, how can folks get tickets? How do they make reservations for this?
The easiest way is to go online at the Chamber at DouglasCountyGeorgia.com or call the Chamber, 770-942-5022. They can get you signed up. You can go through United Way as well, but probably the easiest way is just go through the Chamber the chamber will get you signed up and get you ready to go.
All right, super. Well, I tell you what, makes me want to sign up right away. As always, I appreciate you being here.
You haven't signed up already?
I haven't, but I'm getting my pen right now.
Okay, well, we'll look for you to be there. It'll be a great event. Of course, we love to have leaders like yourself and anybody that potentially wants to be a leader. If you're a new nonprofit, you've got a new board.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You know, if you're Beyond the Front Porch, one of our favorite nonprofits that's on the show a lot, you know, they have a very relatively young board. It'd be a way to help them to kind of figure out, okay, which way do we go forward?
Growth.
Right, and I've talked to several other people that are helping young people that are starting nonprofits. It'd be an excellent way to get them some training as well.
All right, wonderful. Once again, go out to the Douglas County Chamber website, check it out there, give them a call, and of course, thank you, John Sell, representing today the Douglas County Chamber, Georgia Power, and the United Way. Man for all seasons. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, we will be right back, so hang tight.
Welcome back to the Interactive Community Calendar. Your organization has your opportunity to promote the events you have happening here in our local community and area. Who do we have with us today, Miss Sarah?
We have the one and only Miss Joy Jameson.
Hey, Joy, how are you?
Hello, ladies. I'm great. Glad to be here.
Okay, and you are representing
Karen and Sharon, Inc. And Karen and Sharon, Inc. is a girls mentoring and etiquette organization based out of Douglasville. We service girls throughout, however, all of metro Atlanta cities. The girls range in age from 10 to 17, and it's an opportunity for them to get exposed to new opportunities. We're strong on character development, etiquette, morals and values, and just letting them know that being a young lady never goes out of style.
I like
that is the truth.
Yes, there you go. So do you have anything special going on? You said something about a special sleepover event?
That is correct. Every quarter we'd like to do something outside of our normal meetings where we get really into the girls' brains and really kind of pick their brains, but kind of do it off campus. So we go to a nice facility and we just have a bonding time, whether it be a 1-day, 2-day stay, somewhere very nice for them. And we'd have a lot of activities, a lot of things to kind of challenge their mind and kind of really figure out what's really going on with them, because we know young ladies in that age bracket, they do come with a whole bag of tricks.
You haven't experienced any of those, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Never been there, never done any of that.
Right.
Well, it sounds like also a fun event for them as well. It's a learning opportunity and the opportunity to have some mentors in their life showing and helping develop them.
Correct. You are absolutely correct. And we know during these days it's very important to have positive role models. And for our organization, definitely, since we cater to girls, positive female role models in their lives.
Perfect. So if anybody has any more questions or wants to get more information on your organization, what's the best place that they should go?
Okay, our web address is www.stirritupgirls.com, or you can reach us at 404-680-3419.
Perfect.
Well, Joy, thank you very much for the information, for the invite, and the opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you. Glad to be here. I appreciate being here, ladies.
No problem. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Off that way. Perfect.
And coming up next, we have someone fairly new still to our community.
Yes.
I think she's doing a great job
New
adapting.
has jumped in with 2 feet. Miss
She did.
Davina Grace Hill from the Cultural Arts Council.
I think she hit the ground running, didn't she?
You don't have anything going on this month, do you?
Oh, no.
Nothing big involving lots and lots of tasty treats, right?
It seems like we always have lots of activities, and October's no different.
Yeah.
Well, tell us from the CAC perspective, what's happening in the month of October? What are you sponsoring? What would you like to invite the community out to participate in?
Well, we always have exhibits at the house, which everybody is always free and welcome, and come on in. I hear so many people say, we've noticed the house, but is it okay to come in? Yes, come on in. We welcome everybody, and in October we have a very favorite exhibit. It's the Sweetwater Camera Club. So it's local folks and it's local visions, and the house will be filled. I think they've got over 70 photographs.
Wow.
For the entire month. So come on out. Okay. And then the public big events that we've got are downtown on the plaza on October 11th, commemorating those of us who remember that it was 50 years ago when the Beatles hit our shores.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we
That's
have
crazy.
the Big Chicken Beetle Band coming as a tribute from Marietta, and they are wonderful. And the lead singer, Alan, is actually from London and was on his way to a doctor's appointment one day, crossing in front of Apple Studios, and there was a sound, and everybody turned around, and it was the Beatles playing their last performance on the roof.
Oh my gosh, how cool.
So he's the leader, he'll be there.
Awesome.
Come on and join the band.
It's at 7 o'clock, right?
7 to 9,
Perfect.
3 on the plaza on October 11th.
Bring your chairs.
Yeah, and those concert series on the plaza are always a great hit. The community enjoys that opportunity. Y'all kind of changed those up a little bit, though. You want to give us a little heads up on that, and that from the spring 3 series back to back?
Yeah, we used to do them all in 1 month, and now we do them one a month to spread them out a bit. So we're going to be doing them in March, April, and May.
Perfect.
Very good. And then we're not through with October just yet, are we?
Oh no, then we come
That's
up.
just starting things up.
Exactly.
Stirring the pot, right? I know.
Very
it's cheesy.
good. What they're referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is Chili Cook-Off. Our big, extravagant, 18 years been doing this.
Long time.
On the plaza, where 26 different vendors vie for the crown of best chili cooker. And we are filling up very, very fast. We have 1 or 2 slots left, so come on in. But I don't know when they'll see the show, but we will have a good time. We have a contest for children with their costumes, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very busy day on the plaza that day. There's our activity, there's the Midnight Run, there's the Gravity Games the day before, there's the Hot Rod Show, so
there you go.
That was perfect. Kelly's going to tell everyone about those other ones in just a
Right,
second.
we were going to transition right into those, but you did that for us and did a wonderful job.
And people can check out information. Where the website and phone number?
The website is artsdouglas.org. The phone number is 770-949-2787.
Y'all have a great Facebook page too, so they can check you out there too.
Yes, we do.
Great.
And like you said, the house is always open, so stop by and check out the Cultural Arts Centers.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Great.
Thank you, Davina.
Thank
we
you so
appreciate that.
much.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
All right, and we will make mention of the October 24th, 25th weekend. It is a big event here downtown Douglasville. Friday night, there's a car show. There's a STEM fair with the contestants that are involved in the Gravity Games the next morning.
Saturday, yeah.
A Saturday, and that's the first inaugural.
Georgia Google Gravity Games.
There you go.
First one in Georgia.
First one.
Right here in Douglasville.
The Soapbox Derby.
Yes.
If you've never been, cars are all in the making now. We've got teams. We've probably got about 17 entries. So
Wow.
it's turning out to be a big success.
Yeah.
So a lot happening that weekend.
You can visit DouglasvilleCalendar.com
That's correct.
or visit Douglasville.com. They both have all the information
Right.
on those events, and if you're interested in participating.
And lots of other events happening
Yes.
in and around the county and the city. So check it out.
Yeah.
Or join us here the last Tuesday of every month. Have your opportunity of your 60 seconds of fame.
Yep.
All right. We'll be back with more City Connector.
Welcome back. Now, before I leave you with some more great music from Madison and Val, I want to remind you that you can see us on all sorts of places. YouTube, Facebook, City of Douglasville, on Tributary, Channel 22. We even post the links out on Twitter and virtually everywhere else in cyberspace. I hope that you'll love City Connector, you'll share all the great events going on, you'll mark the events on your calendar, and you'll give us some feedback on our Facebook page and tell us what you love most about it, because we sure like to hear from you. Now, let's talk a little bit to Madison and Val. Welcome to the show, kids.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
So, Madison, tell me a little bit first about the kind of music that you play.
Well, I sing and write country pop, which it's probably a little more on the pop side with kind of a little country flair to it.
Is it Taylor Swifty?
I wouldn't say it's Taylor Swifty, but I mean a little bit.
Okay. All right, great. And so you perform your own music primarily, and you perform others?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on the venue. Like, we play at festivals and fairs, and usually when we play at those places, we try to play songs that are more, familiar to the crowd. So we play songs by, like Lady Antebellum and Taylor Swift.
Fun.
So, but then I try to like sneak my original songs in there too. So.
Okay, great. Now, Val, how long have you been playing the guitar, buddy?
6 years.
Wow. Okay.
So-
And you two have been a duo for how long?
Well, we've known each other for about 2 years
Okay.
now. So.
All right, wonderful. Well, Madison, tell us about who influenced you and your musical style. How did you get to the whole country pop thing?
Well, when I was like 2 or 3 years old, I used to, my dad would put on a Shania Twain CD when I was in the back seat, and I would memorize all the words and sing to it. And ever since then, I've just been in love with the country pop genre. So I think she's probably my first inspiration.
I love it. As well,
Yes.
you should have memorized all of that.
Yes.
Good stuff, for sure. I also saw that you like Journey and just all sorts of different types of genres and times of music too. 80s, 90s, 2000s now?
Yes. I have a very eclectic taste in music, so I like all different genres and eras. So I like Johnny Cash, Lana Del Rey, Adele, Miranda Lambert, so a bunch of different people.
Well, that was just a whole bunch of stuff in one sentence
Yes.
right there. That was good stuff. Now, Val, what influenced you?
Well, as a guitarist, I have many different influences. Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Kings of Leon, Blink-182. It's just...
Eric Clapton?
Yes. A lot
Slash?
of Eric Clapton. Slash is good. Slash is good too.
He's like, who's Slash? Who's Slash? All right, so great. So you're going to share some music with us right now. And where can people find out more about you online, Madison?
Well, I have a website. It's madisonsheamusic.com, S-H-E-A. And then you can also like me on Facebook. That would be much appreciated. You search Madison Shea, and I'm on Instagram and Twitter at msheamusic.
Wonderful. So they can find out where you're going to be and learn more about your music.
Yes.
All right, Madison, Val, thank you so much for being on City Connector.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave it with you two.
Awesome.
I told you on the day we wed I was gonna love you till I was dead. Made you wait till our wedding night. That's the first and the last time I'll wear white. So if the ties that bind ever do come loose, tie them in a knot like a hangman's noose. 'Cause I'll go to heaven or I'll go to hell before I see you with someone else. Put me in the ground, I put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies a girl who's only caught is loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. Well, it won't be whiskey, it won't be meth, it'll be your name on my last breath. If divorce or death ever do us part, the coroner will call it a broken heart. Put me in the ground, I put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies a girl who's only caught is loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. Dig too. Ooh, yeah. I took your name when I took those vows. I made them back then and I'll meet them right now. Oh, right now. If the ties that bind ever do come loose, if I ever ends for you, if that ring gets a little too tight, you might as well read me my last rites. And let the stone say, here lies a girl who's only caught is loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig. There'll be a stone right next to mine. We'll be together till the end of time. Don't you go before I do, gonna I dig too. I told you on the day we wed I was gonna love you till I was dead. Put your foot on the gas. Yeah, I wanna go fast. Baby, I don't care what we're passing by. Turn the music up loud. I don't wanna think right now. I'm so tired of being told to slow down. Just drive, yeah. Just drive. I wanna see your wild side. Let the roof down, grab onto my hand. I wanna feel my hair blowing in the wind. I see the street lights flashing in the distance, driving with my baby.